Hello, my name is Kyle Williams, and I am the tennis coach at Marvin Ridge Middle School, the boys team. I wanted to introduce you to Universal Tennis Rating. I run an event here in South Charlotte that's a universal tennis event, and for many that term is not familiar. So I want to just highlight what universal tennis is and the differences between the rating site and the event site. So essentially, Universal Tennis Rating, or UTR, is like a golf handicap, and it is designed for tennis players of all genders, all ages, and to just provide exactly that, a universal tennis rating. So no matter what country you're from or what gender you are, a 5 is a 5, an 8 is an 8, a 10 is a 10, and that's the whole goal of this program. And it started out as a tool for colleges to recruit kids, and so they have a better idea of the level of a kid in Spain versus a level of a kid in the US. So if they have the same UTR, then they should be very equal players. It started gaining a little more traction here in the US, and the high schools are starting to pick this up. And now all of the junior matches from USTA are counted towards a UTR. Any tournaments you play, and just recently in the fall they started picking up league play matches as well as adult tournaments. So many of the adult rec players will have either a UTR or a non-verified UTR. I'm going to go through the differences in that in just a bit. So this is the main page of UTR, and this is the rating site. So if I wanted to pull up a junior player here, I could go down and pull up Anatoly, and it is going to load up his page, and you'll have three tabs here: singles, doubles, and this basically a metrics graph. So for singles, he is a verified player, so he is a 5.53, and he's been officially rated. On his doubles rating, he's only about 27% of the way, and what that means is he just hasn't played enough matches, and I would assume it probably helps to play officially rated players as well. I think the algorithm needs maybe 8 matches to get you to an officially rated number. So right now, he and most of his opponents and partners, non-verified or not official ratings on the double side, but you can pull up singles, take a look at his history and also the ratings of his opponents. Now, what's really cool about this, if you're interested in playing, say, college tennis, you can actually pull up college players. So let's say I want to pull up Brandon Holt. He plays for USC. This is Tracy Austin's son. So we can see the kind of level that you would need to be to play line 1 or line 2 at USC. And basically a 14.47 is around a pro level. So if we wanted to pull up a pro, here is Noah Rubin. He played at Wake Forest, and he has played 1 year at Wake Forest. Now he is full-time, so he's right around that same level. So basically, anything above a 14, if we can just kind of scroll down and take a look at some of his opponents. And these are challenger events. So here's Matthew Ebden is a 15. Tennis Sangren just cracked the top 100, so that's a good benchmark. If you want to be in the top 100 and actually make money on tour, then you probably need to be above a 15. So that gives you a very good benchmark. And again, pro players are in here as well on the women's tour. If we want to look up Serena Williams. So there's always this debate on how well Serena would do against a male player. And, well, I think we have the answer. She is essentially one full UTR point below, say, a kind of a top 300 player, or she is 2 full UTR points below a top 100 player, meaning that Serena would probably lose 6-2, 6-2 to a someone kind of in that, ranked around the 200 level. So let me switch over to the event site, and this is where you would find local events, and these are UTR specific events, meaning that they are sponsored by UTR, and these results go directly into the Universal Tennis rating site once the event is completed. So you can actually search on states and pull up any UTR events that may be going on in your local area. So I'll pull up North Carolina, and it is a fairly new system, and there aren't that many events here. So this is the event that I run. It runs from November 10th through December the 10th. So basically this is a month-long challenge match event that is a flexible schedule. So essentially what that means is that you play 4 weeks, and each week you'll go to a Sign Up Genius, which is here, and you'll actually sign up for the time slots that you're most interested in you can make. So you go through one round and you sign up for one time slot, and then on Thursday, once everyone's had an opportunity to sign up, then you can go back and you can sign up for a second match. So we want to make sure every kid gets an opportunity to play once per weekend, and then if there are open slots on Thursday, you can sign up for a second match. So if I go into the draw and I pull up, I'm only doing singles, but you can do a doubles draw as well. So these are the results from last weekend, and these results will stay in the events site until the tournament is complete, which would be after December 10th. And after December 10th, all of these results will get posted on the rating site, and then a new rating would get calculated for each of these players. So if I wanted to pull up Allaire, who has played in this event a couple times, he lives in Waxhaw, so he has a 4.55 rating, and you can see that he has USTA tournament results as well as the October match play event that I held last month. So this should give you kind of a good idea of what Universal Tennis is all about, what the event site is. One thing that's a few things that are a bit unique about the event that I run is that it is gender neutral, so there are girls and boys that are playing in it, and it's not age based, it's skill based. So the idea is to get a pool of kids that are in that same skill range as a middle school player. And by opening it up to girls and boys, we're able to get a larger pool of kids in a smaller area. So most of these kids live in the neighborhood or the adjacent neighborhoods. You're not having to drive very far, and we just play a pro set. We play 8-game or a 10-game pro set, and most of the matches only last an hour. So it's very convenient for the parents. For one, they're picking the schedule that's convenient for them, and two, the matches are only an hour, so it's really not taking a lot of time out of their day, but it's getting their kids competitive matches. They're not out just banging balls. They're actually trying to problem solve during a match. So this is a real match, but it's a little less formal than some of the other options out there, but I think that's important because one of the things that we do is we allow on-court coaching, and I think that that's important because most of these kids either play school tennis or want to play school tennis, and from the college level all the way down to the middle school level, coaching is allowed, and it just makes sense that if you play in a tournament or a match play event like this, coaching should be allowed, because that's what the kids need to get used to, because they need to get used to being coached in the middle of a match, and that's what we do in school tennis. So I think that's a great opportunity for the kids to get some additional match play in. What we would like to do, we've kind of grown this. I think the first month we had about 8 kids, then around 10. Now we've got 22 kids in this month. What we'd like to do is get basically 3 levels going. Right now we have kind of 2 levels. like to get the high school kids a little bit more involved, and I think it's very important for them because if they're looking to play college tennis, then they need a UTR because that's the first thing that a college coach is going to look at to determine, hey, is this someone that we can add to the roster? Is this someone that might be able to start, maybe their freshman year? So that's my goal at this point, is to try to the next month or two is get one more kind of skill range added to this so we can get more high school kids playing. So if you have any questions on this, you can email me at kwtennisnation@gmail.com. But feel free to go out to the Universal Tennis site and check out the ratings. If you want to go to the event site and see what events are available, go to events.universaltennis.com, and that will take you to their tournament site. I look forward to hearing from you and getting your feedback, and hopefully this is of interest to you, and maybe we'll see you in one of these events soon.